Throughout this entire ordeal, this devastation that we've seen, people have continued to stand for Houston.
And another way to stand for Houston is to open your home to people who are in need. That's this story now from Sherman Chow.
We are standing on one of the many streets in Meyerland that Harvey turned into a river and then a lake, talking to one of the many ordinary people who did something truly extraordinary that day.
Late Saturday night, the water started rising up over the curb and onto the lawn. We had a plan with some neighbors in one-story homes that they would come to our second floor.
And then at what point did you say, you're going to go out in these floodwaters?
I can't remember how it started. My husband and I had both kayaked people out of their homes further down during the 2015 Memorial Day floods. Maybe someone called me for help, or I went to go out while my husband worked on the house. And through the morning, I got telephone calls asking me to take people's elderly parents and so on from our block and the next block, because we were the only house with 2 stories.
And a kayak.
And a kayak.
And you start with one kayak and you made a little train?
Yes. Eventually, one of the neighbors brought an inflatable kayak. I tied it to the back of my kayak and was able to tow it so I could pull 3 or 4 people at once. And then later in the day, towards noon, I borrowed another kayak from down the block. So at a certain point, we had three kayaks going.
Can we walk inside and show me where everybody, quote, hunkered down? How many people were up here?
Including my family, there were 38 people and 8 pets, excuse me. We were here until the afternoon when the Houston Police Department's dive team came with 3 boats and evacuated all of us. The National Guard evacuated us from the West Loop to George R. Brown. Obviously it was scary, but the thing that sticks out most to me is the help that we've gotten from friends and neighbors and strangers. That what we did as a group of people was totally ordinary.
But you would only do this interview on the condition we did not tell anybody who you are. Why is that?
I don't feel right capitalizing on totally ordinary behavior. I don't want to be made into a hero that I'm not.
Thank you.
You may not see her face today, but she is, in fact, the face of Houston.